Hello, this is Mr. Shablagoo doing game one. Looks like we're playing away against Team Talon. So we got rid of a lot of players. Shipper, Roth, Galliard, Ziggler, and Garrido. But I got some new players. I got Vinci just because of its potential being good. And then I got Winter. His potential is always like at the top, and he's a pretty decent player. And then I had Estevez and Fritsch change out positions. So Estevez is a midfielder, and Fritsch is a forward. So I'm not going to have Fior start this one off yet. I'm going to probably have Nicholas back here, and then Winter there, and then probably change out where, let's see, Novikov there, and then probably have Sawyer switch out for De Winter or Fritsch, and then have De Winter over where Fritsch is. So what we're gonna do, because I know that their thing is they do a lot of through passing. So what I'm gonna do is probably just play it safe. As much as I hate to do that, I really don't want to concede on our first game. So we're just gonna play balanced, and this time I'm gonna have players to watch out for. It's gonna be Robles, Nicolaus, and probably say Guerra. And and then their defense. Looks like their defense is not too. Is a kind of mixed bagged on B in toughness, B in jumping, C on both, and A on both. So we'll see how that goes. All right, 44% chance for Team Talon to win, 25% chance for a tie, and 31% chance for us to win. So, not a good forecast to start, but it's okay. Still like their stadium. Surprised there's no yellow in it. Anyways, they got the point toss. De Winter with the steal. Tries to go for a shot. Grabs it again. Goes for another shot. Rujo trying to pass through. Vermilion clears it away to Jackson. Over to Grimaldi. Blocked. Estevez. Shots blocked. Out for our throw-in. All right, Novikov. Long pass over to Rujo. Crossing it over. Timmermans clears it away. Costin. Over to Guerra. Nicholas with the steal. Tries to go for a through pass. Costin. Jackson. Guerra. Right now it's just a scrap. Winter clearing it away. Vermilion passing it back to Mateus so they can recess. Right, Jackson to Mateus. Tries to cross it, but it's blocked. Estevez with the grab to Fritsch. Going for a shot. Keeper saves it, but it is out for a corner kick. Nicholas to take it. Vermilion heads it away. All right, Winter goes for a dribble. Pass over to Estevez. Crossing it over to the wing. Why would he do that? Arujo with the good steal. Orlando grabs it right before De Winter tried to grab it. Nicholas to De Winter going for a shot. Just goes over and wide, I think. All right, Robles to Grimaldi. Over to Guerra. Passing it back to Robles. To Jackson. Roloff. Bad clearance. Dijkstra fixes it. Over to Arujo. Albrecht with the steal. Estevez going for a shot. It's blocked, and it's out for our throw-in. All right, Fritsch. Crossing it. Oh, it's too high. Too high and too far. Oh, oof, okay. All right. Robles. Passing it back to Mateus. Looks like they might go on a defensive approach. It's blocked. De Winter passing it over to Fritsch. Come on. goes for a shot. Mateus grabs it. Arujo passing it over to DeWinter. Jackson cuts it out. DeWinter going for another again. Mateus, Estevez, shots blocked. Jackson passes to Robles. Novikov, Fritsch going for another shot. Orlando grabs it this time. I don't know if it's just going to be a constant scrap now in the middle. Jackson, Grimaldi. All right, Arujo clearing it away. It's out for their throw-in. All right. Mateus passing over to Guerra, crossing it over to Nicoladas. All right, Winter clearing it, and it's out for their throw-in, closer to our side in a dangerous spot. Robles. All right, Guerra, Novikov. Looks like they tried to go for a cross, but now it's out for our throw-in. Albrecht over to Fritsch. Costin with the interception. Winter clears it away over to D. Winter. Gets tackled from behind. Gets a free kick. Passes it over to Winter. Tries to go for a shot. It's blocked. Jackson over to Nicoladas to Dijkstra. Nicholas with the save. Arujo with the shot blocked. Nicholas over to DeWinter to Fritsch. That is the first half. Right now we're kind of just have not scored yet, but as much as I want to, I might have to have Nicholas over to... No, I'll keep him there. I'm not going to switch anybody out. We're just going to keep on doing this. We may need to adapt in case they have their zone in different sort of position. DeWinter, Fritsch, shots blocked for Vermeulen. Estevez with the shot blocked again. Estevez trying to pass through. Grimaldi. Dijkstra saves it. DeWinter blocked by Timmermans. Winter going for a dribble. Tries to cross it. I guess it was a shot. I don't know. Hard to tell. Might have. You know what? We're probably going to have Heyo over where that is. There we go. All right, now for our throw-in. Easy throw-in. All right, Estevez. Great through ball over to Fritsch. Passing it over to Albrecht. All right. Got a goal immediately by our defender. That's something. Especially on a corner shot. That was pretty satisfying to see. Very weird to witness, though. Forward passing to a defender. All right, Robles to DeWinter, passing it over to Arujo. It's blocked. Passes it back. DeWinter over to Fritsch. Going for a shot. Hits the keeper. Vermeulen. Passing it over to Costin. To Jackson. Fritsch going for a dribble. He's able to grab it. Estevez passes it back to Albrecht. Not a good move. Jackson stolen by Arujo, though. Fritsch back to Arujo, but now they're on the counter. Robles already got a goal in. I think that was their first shot. All right, so is anybody getting tired whatsoever? Yeah. So we're going to have Sawyer there. And DeWinter there. And then I'll probably either switch out another forwards or just have a defender switch out. All right, Sawyer, Fior. Over to Sawyer again. Passes it to Albrecht. Gets tackled. Gaudino passes it to Nicoladas. Nicoladas back to Jackson. Over to Costin. Arujo grabs it. Sawyer passes it back to Dijkstra. Over to Arujo again. To Sawyer. Going for a shot. Keeper gets hit by it, but it's out for a corner kick. Sawyer to take it. All right, Albrecht, I don't know why you tried to do that. Passes it back to Fior, not a good idea. Estevez tries to pass, but Timmermans grabs it and passes it over to Nicolatus, over to Jackson. Through to Nicolatus. Guerra robbles with the header. Fior clears it away. Good. But it's still in not a very good position. And then they switch out Bontico. Grimaldi, cross is blocked. Guerra passes to the middle. Bontico robbles. Wells with a good save. All right, Sawyer over to Fior. Passes it over to Dijkstra. Back to Arujo, over to Nicholas. Long ball over to one of the forwards. They're not able to grab it. Orlando is able to. Fior over to Sawyer, to Albrecht. Sawyer tries to grab it. Godino. Fior with the steal. Over to Estevez. Is he able to grab it? No, he's not. Vermilion. Over to Guerra. Through ball to Nicolatus. Dijkstra clears it away. Yes. All right. So our first game is a tie, which isn't awful. But we do still need to be on the offensive now more than ever. So, pretty great. I think that was the first touch shot. No, just about. Alright, and then a couple of decent cards. Alright, so it looks like we're not the only ones that got a tie. It looks like Halley's Rangers and Twister Town got one, 1-1. Boston Old Boys won against Shock Squad 3-1, and Clover Rovers won against Playing Mantis 4-0. So it looks like Clover Rovers is in first, and Boston Old Boys are in second. We are in fourth. I think the main team to watch out for is going to be Clover Rovers and Boston Old Boys, and Twister Town as always. Alright, and then it looks like we go against Halley's Rangers, so I'm going to go ahead and save that and call it good. Have a good day.